everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this special interview with Aditya Goela, the co-founder of Goela School of Finance. And we personally know Aditya Goela as stock market mentor, but the thing that you don't know about him is that he actually also handles all the technical and email marketing stuff in his company. So Aditya, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you so much for giving me your time and opportunity to interview you.
Thank you so much, Harkirat. It's always great talking to you. So whenever I talk to you, Hamisha, there's some insight and some new thing which I learn. So I'm sure we'll learn something new today also.
Definitely we will learn something new today with this conversation as well, and we hope that the users, the people who are watching us today, also have some get some value from our conversation, especially
Definitely.
on our topic, that is email marketing. So I
Hmm.
want to start with a very typical cliche question, but it's important nowadays because people say that email marketing is dead. But
Hmm.
I have worked with you, and I've seen that your team is actually doing a great use of email marketing, especially
Hmm.
in the Gola School of Finance. So I want
Hmm.
to ask you, why email marketing?
तो अब हकीकत ग्रेट क्वेश्चन सो द थिंग इज कि अब आज के ज़माने में आज करंट टाइम्स पर व्हाई इज ईमेल सो इम्पोर्टेंट तो जनरली अगर हम ऑनलाइन बिजनेस की बात करें तो ऑफ कोर्स हम सबको ऑनलाइन जाना पड़ेगा अल्टीमेटली एंड दैट टच मतलब दैट कांटेक्ट विद द कस्टमर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑनलाइन जैसे हम देखते हैं कि एटलीस्ट आपको 8 to 9 कॉन्टैक्ट पॉइंट्स चाहिए टू योर कस्टमर एटलीस्ट टू मेक श्योर टू कन्वर्ट दैट कस्टमर मे बी टू help help impact his particular life. So अब these contact points हम कैसे करते हैं जनरली एक सोशल मीडिया होता है देन थ्रू एड्स होता है देन आई थिंक थ्रू ईमेल होता है तो सोशल मीडिया में द प्लेटफॉर्म लाइक फेसबुक इंस्टाग्राम लिंक्डइन ये सब इनके प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं ओन्ड बाय अदर कंपनी इफ दे वांट इमीडिएटली दे कैन चेंज वन एल्गोरिथम एंड एवरीथिंग इज आउट ऑफ योर हैंड्स तो हो सकता है कि आप पूरा बिजनेस बिल्ड कर सब कुछ कर रहे हो पर अल्टीमेटली आपके हाथ से निकल जाए एड्स ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव टू पे फॉर इट
Right,
अब थर्ड वाला जो
right,
ईमेल आता है दिस इज द बिगेस्ट पावर व्हाई बिकॉज you own this you as a person own this particular platform so you have the full rights चाहे आगे आगे कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो कुछ एनीथिंग हैपन ईमेल तो हर पर्सन खोलता ही एंड खोलता ही रहेगा देयर इज नो सब्स्टिट्यूट as of now
correct,
and I'm assuming कि
correct.
next 10 15 years तक नहीं होगा and this is one place which you have the full control so I think ये बहुत relevant है प्लस एक और चीज है when you send an email उसका अराउंड 20 to 25% ओपन रेट जनरली आता है एंड अगर हम फेसबुक
Right,
इंस्टाग्राम पे देखेंगे तो देयर इज अबाउट 10% ऑफ द पीपल सी कि आपका क्या पोस्ट है अगर ऐसे कि आपके लेट्स से फेसबुक में आपके 2000 फॉलोअर्स हैं तो अबाउट 20
mm-hmm,
लोगों को ही
mm-hmm.
दिखेगा विच मीन 10% कॉन्टैक्ट यहाँ पे 20.5% आपका जनरली हो ही जाता है डायरेक्टली टू द ईमेल so that is a very strong thing and I don't think इससे बेटर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर टाइम एंड स्पेशली फॉर कॉस्ट कि कितना हम पे कर रहे हैं टू गेट एडवांटेज email marketing I think is the best way to go.
Correct, correctly said, Aditya, because I also believe in that ki nowadays there is a lot of noise on Instagram, Facebook, and all those platform, and you need actually a good amount of ample amount of skills to actually do something great on this online platform. But actually email is in your hand. You can use that
Correct.
email wala platform very easily, very pretty easily, and it's a negligible amount of cost, no cost actually.
Hmm.
And if you know how to skillfully manage the emails, how to skillfully write the best emails for your customers, that can provide value, and I think that would be a, a cherry on the top for your company as well, for
Correct.
any online business, right?
Correct.
Not only
So
company.
I think more or less any company you're running, maybe it is online or maybe offline also right now, email marketing
Correct,
so I think is very important.
correct. So yes, email marketing is important, but the thing comes, for example, let's say if I am a newbie, I just
Hmm.
started my business, or I just started my influencing business as well.
Hmm.
So the first thing that I need an email list, so that I can send some email to the people. Because if there is no audience, तो email लिखने का फायदा क्या है वहाँ पे?
Correct.
So
Perfect.
I want to ask that question is कि from your experience from your experience also, because आपकी you have a lot of audience on email, and
Hmm.
people actually open your emails, you have very good conversion rates also.
Hmm.
So tell the audience about how they can build their email list from scratch without organic, without any inorganic thing they can do.
Correct. Correct.
There are some other options also. Yes, you can use inorganic, you can also discuss that thing also. but from
Mm-hmm.
organic and from inorganic perspective and your experience.
Right. So generally, first thing is कि first before even answering this question, I want to tell you कि अगर आप start करो तो immediately start off a list. Immediately जितना जल्दी करोगे उतना ही better है, उतनी जल्दी वो accumulate. Now I'll answer the proper question. So the thing is कि how to generate, how to create a list and how to make get that list bigger, of course. So before that, I think you should be very clear exactly what product are you offering. क्योंकि अगर आपका खुद का प्रोडक्ट इज क्लियर तभी यू विल बी एबल टू सी कि आपके पास कस्टमर कौन सा आ रहा है और जब कस्टमर आपको पता चलेंगे देन यू कैन प्रोवाइड देम अप्रोप्रिएट कंटेंट सो योर प्रोडक्ट शुड बी वेरी क्लियर यू शुड बी वेरी क्लियर कि आप कर क्या रहे हो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से यू हैव एन ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट जहां पर आप टी शर्ट्स प्रिंटेड टी शर्ट दे रहे हो so you should be very clear on that and you can tell your customers कि exactly uh, हम दे रहे हैं this particular t-shirt का ये advantage है and all those different things which a person needs to know एक t-shirt खरीदने से पहले general stuff so वो can do that plus there are many tools so there are many tools जैसे जब भी you sign up you do anything तो वहां पर there are some toolboxes maybe you can have some e-books maybe you can give some freebies and उसके through you can try to get the email list a little better bigger I mean so धीरे करके ऐसे ही होता है and website में just make sure you have those plus social media maybe of course you have to be there and social media में you can throw a lot of content and content के नीचे just give a call to action that join our newsletter or join our email list तो इससे सोशल मीडिया में यू गेट इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद वन पर्सन इफ ही लाइक्स योर कंटेंट एंड ही इज लाइक हाँ ठीक है दिस कंटेंट अच्छा है आई वांट टू नो मोर so he'll click on that particular option and you will gain his particular email then you can build relationship with him
Right, right, correct. And the thing is that organic में क्या होता है कि let's you have said that कि start from today and this is important especially because कि everyone is on email no matter कि वो कितना मतलब जो भी मुझे करता हो कि email उसके पास होता ही होता है and
correct
to start the building the list you can offer ebook and especially what business you are in as you said because
hmm.
people don't even know that what business they are in they're actually like कि let's say टी-शर्ट बिजनेस वाले को बोलता है कि they are like हम तो सिर्फ टी-शर्ट बिजनेस में है हमें तो सिर्फ टी-शर्ट बेचना है but actually they're actually helping the people to wear what they like so
exactly
they're in that business so people don't even understand their business and that's why I think that's the main thing they struggle to build an email list from scratch and the second thing is as you said the lead magnet for the thing and that is
hmm.
important because people are I see many influencers and all those offline and online business they never invest time to get a good amount of good ebook or good freebie for the people
right
so they try to make like कि 5 to 6 pages एक
hmm.
ebook बना दी वो भी copy paste करके and they don't even they think that कि people will give the email so that's a wrong
Correct
thing from my point of view so I think
that is
that
a wrong thing correct
what is your point of view मतलब इसमें आप how they can create a good ebook so if you can answer that also that question as well
राइट सो जैसे ई बुक बनेगी अब जनरली ना अब ई बुक्स आजकल तो काफी इट इज अ वेरी इन वर्ड तो एवरीवन इज ऑफरिंग 3 4 ई बुक 10 4 ई बुक 10 15 ई बुक्स बट जनरली आजकल व्हेन पीपल से ई बुक तो वो होती एक ब्लॉग के बराबर ही ऑलमोस्ट इट इज नॉट एक्चुअली ई बुक वो बस बोल रहे हैं जस्ट टू मेक इट सेल बट जनरली अकॉर्डिंग टू मी एक ई बुक अगर आप होगी एटलीस्ट 30 to 40 पेजेस की होगी and अच्छे से the content should flow amazingly. Generally, I have come across many ebooks. तो ebooks कुछ नहीं है. They just word document,
right
तीन word pages हैं type करके and they've given to the other person and they're calling it ebook. Then of course अगर ये
correct
होगा तो the customer also doesn't feel कि यार अगर मैं देखूंगा कि मेरे को ebook जो मिली है वो ढंग से formatted भी नहीं है बस ऐसी दे दी तो आई विल फील कि यार ये बिजनेस तो खुद ही सीरियस नहीं है ढंग से कर नहीं रहा तो why should I even give 1 minute of my time or maybe 1 rupee here so he will go on so make sure कि it is well formatted you have to spend good time अगर ebook आप बोल रहे हो तो it has to be good content and अच्छा well written and big content not just 2 3 pages and इसके लिए एक और चीज है अब how to make ebooks I think the best platform to be in is Canva so Canva is a free platform and you can go there it is very straightforward to create ebooks not at all complicated plus जो भी आपको डिजाइन चाहिए जो भी different चीजें चाहिए everything is more or less free so I think that at least that is my go-to platform for creating ebooks
right so just as you said that the content matters and today everyone is selling the content itself whether it's an influencer whether it's a marketer whether it's everyone any online business is selling
Correct.
information, selling content. So it's
Correct.
important that you provide that value to the people. Don't dish them. Try to make that ebook well, and especially use Canva. That is important because Canva is a free software. I personally use that software to create my ebooks for my audience, and actually it's very easy, and it's very
Mm.
easy to share with other people as well.
Correct.
So coming on to the similar question, but with a twist. So let's say I have asked you that about how to write ebooks. Now I
Mm.
want to ask you about this topic that today we are talking about, email marketing, because
Mm.
people don't even know how to write good emails. They are like when they are email marketing, they're actually sending promotions and all those stuff that actually don't the audience didn't give a shit about. So like if you are selling a t-shirt, you are selling we are just sending the promotion कि हाँ भाई ये चीज टी शर्ट बनाई है and we are giving a discount. So that doesn't matter, it doesn't helpful for the people who are reading those emails. You're not valuing that time. So how one should write good emails, especially when it comes to value, because your customer is in relationship with you. It's not about selling them stuff. So what
Mm.
is your take on this?
Right. So अब exactly what how to write a content किस तरीके से build होना चाहिए is a very important question Ajit. And हाँ तो इसके लिए ultimately what I do is at least my mentor in this particular thing is Neil Patel. So have you heard of Neil Patel by the way?
Yes, I've heard. Yes, I've heard.
So I've been following him for the past 3 years, and all his
Right.
content is amazing. The way he puts
He's a
himself,
guru.
exactly, he's a
He's
guru
a
in this
guru.
particular line. He's a guru.
Right, right,
So
right.
understanding from him, generally वो क्या करता है? Generally क्या every email, he first of all बहुत simple email होता है, no images, nothing, simple stuff. He just displays the problem शुरू में कि what is the problem and इस particular चीज का solution कैसा आएगा. And depends on that particular field. जैसे कि अब Neil Patel is generally in online business, so maybe if is reading some articles on SEO, how to make a SEO friendly website, or maybe little better in SEO. So that particular issue in SEO, he gives it out, and उसके बाद he gives a small solution, and it's a very small one, very perfect one, and it gives the audience a very clear idea कि exactly क्या है and if he wants to click or not. ये एक तरीका हो गया which is basically getting the clicks, problem बताओ and giving the solution. अब the second one which I think ये दोनों एक साथ होने चाहिए, that is to have good big emails, and big emails as in 3 to 400 words. So I think इन दोनों का combination होना चाहिए. If you just release very small emails like maybe 50-60 words, तो उससे इतना impact नहीं आता. उससे भी again the other person thinks कि इसमें आपने effort नहीं किया है, and जब effort दिखता नहीं ना, तो he will never put his effort to even read it even for 5 minutes. But when he sees a proper big letter written, so he will definitely go through it. So it has to be a combination of both. And yeah, in fact, Harkar, I have seen your emails and you write brilliantly, especially जो आपका कोका कोला वाला था. So that is one
Nice.
thing जो मैंने स्टार कर
Nice.
रखा है अपनी email पर, and I always go through at times कि हाँ this
Right.
particular thing. So हाँ, in fact I think you're also a very good candidate, and you tell me this exactly how do you write your emails?
That's a good question. Yes. So I personally try to write emails from the audience perspective. So I try to answer these four questions when I'm writing an email.
Hmm.
First of all, who is this for?
Okay.
किस audience को लिख रहा हूँ मैं.
Hmm.
Second is why they will care about this email.
Correct.
Why they will care, and why. Third question will be why should they care
Hmm.
about this, and what I want to communicate.
Correct.
So these four questions I try to answer before writing an email. So if these four questions are actually getting on to the point in my content, I just press the send button. If it's not, then I try to work on that four questions. So I think this is important because now the other person, we have to think from the other person perspective when you're reading an email. So I
Hmm.
try to just visualize the thing when he will be reading my emails, what his reaction will be. Will he be
Exactly.
excited? Will he be emotional, or we will be like educated and like enlightened after reading my email? So that's
Hmm.
how I write emails.
I think that is a great thing, and plus I say it is very clear, and of course perspective though has to be there with MS, and just see it from that perspective, and what would he like to know. So for example, जो मेरे साथ प्रॉब्लम आई थी in very starting, जब newsletter I was starting off, when I was starting off my value mail, so I was writing mails as if I'm talking to an experienced person in stock markets.
Oh, okay.
But later I realized that my particular email list is full of people who are absolutely beginners in stock market, उनको कुछ भी idea नहीं है. So I thought कि there was a very big gap. And धीरे धीरे के when we actually brainstormed and when we realized कि exactly our market is the beginners, are absolute beginners who are basically know nothing investors. तब when we changed the topics and saw from our customers' perspective, so we are getting much
Right.
better results. So that's also one thing to keep in mind. Don't just give out information because you like it. Give out and first of all, just make sure कि जिससे कि आपकी audience किस demographics में है, किस type के mindset में है, what do they want from you, and then write content on that particular thing.
Right, right. Because at the end of the day, your audience is actually want value from you, and you are selling to your audience. So if you're not following that, because if you're not following your audience mind, if you're not touching your audience heart, then email marketing is a waste. It's a complete waste.
Correct.
So this is the good thing that you are actually taught this the problem wala thing, and then how to write a good content by following, especially when you are inspired by Neil Patel. So the next question is similar to this only, because sometimes what happen, if it's happened with me also, that when I start writing in emails, sometimes की बहुत flow में निकल गया और email बड़ा हो गया, and
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes we try to give some links. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
many people doing this mistake. They give lot of links in their email,
Mm-hmm.
and
Correct.
what
Correct.
happens, the emails land into spam filter or promotion filter.
Correct.
So no one reads spam filter and promotion filter emails.
Correct.
So the next question is related to that,
Mm-hmm.
how to avoid your email get shared into spam and promotion, and what you can do from your control, because at the end of the day it's algorithm. So
Correct.
what is in your control as a business, that you can have, that you can have the responsibility that ये email inbox में जाना चाहिए. So what you can control and how you can avoid sharing your email into promotion and spam filters.
Correct. 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 So this was also a very major problem which we faced शुरू में. But ultimately करते करते I realized कि see, you have to see it again from the Google's perspective. Google is a Gmail of course. And what is their thing? वो क्या करना चाहते हैं? They just want to serve their particular audience. अगर मैं Gmail में मेरा account है, so Google will make sure कि they will bifurcate everything perfectly for me. अगर inbox में land कर रहा है तो
Right.
Google make sure कि यार ये सिर्फ मेरे लिए ही बना है, तभी वो inbox में देगा, वरना नहीं बनेगा. So we have to keep that in mind. तो यू हैव टू मेक एक ईमेल ऐसे बनाओ कि यू आर सेंडिंग इट टू योर फ्रेंड. अब आप फ्रेंड को आप 5-6 इमेजेस भेजते हो बड़ी बड़ी सी प्रमोशन कॉल 8-10 निकल नहीं ना, तो इसमें भी हम बिल्कुल भी ऐसा नहीं करेंगे. सिंपल एज दैट. सिंपल मेल, सिंपल सब्जेक्ट लाइन, नॉट वेरी बिग, नॉट वेरी स्मॉल, and simple text, whatever you want to write it down, that is perfectly fine. With one link, two link, three link, तीन link से ऊपर तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं जाना. And simple footer, nothing else. तो इस पे करेंगे तो गूगल विल सी कि हाँ दिस सीम्स लाइक अ नॉर्मल जेन्युइन ईमेल, तो वहां पे ही गूगल विल पुट इट इन इनबॉक्स. जनरली ये होता है. प्लस वन मोर थिंग, अब एक और चीज इसमें हम फंसे थे पहले कि योर डोमेन वट एवर इट इज, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आर डोमेन फॉर गोएला स्कूल ऑफ फाइनेंस इज goelasf.in. तो पहले हम क्या करते थे, शुरू शुरू में हमें तो पता नहीं था, तो हम जीमेल से वी यूज टू बीसीसी लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल एट अ टाइम. For example, we have a class schedule,
Correct.
so we are sending 50 BCCs to everyone. And करते करते we realize कि there is a major problem that our domain reputation has gone down.
Hmm.
And ये बहुत serious issue है, क्योंकि Gmail जो दिख रहा है वो domain reputation में बहुत मैटर करता है. अगर आपकी domain की reputation अच्छी नहीं है, खराब हो गई, तो कुछ भी कर लो आप, सीधा स्पैम में जाएगा.
Right. Right.
तो
Correct.
व्हाट यू हैव टू मेक श्योर, जो आपका डोमेन है, तो जैसे अगर आपका जो भी डोमेन है, जैसे info@this.com, योर name@this.com, उससे आप ईमेल जो भेज रहे हो, दे शुड बी नेवर बी स्पैम ईमेल्स टू एनीवन एट ऑल. अगर आपको करना ही है, मतलब फ्रैंकली आई विल नेवर रिकमेंड यू दिस, करना ही है तो कोई थर्ड डोमेन से लो, कुछ कर लो, बट अपने मेन डोमेन से मत करो, क्योंकि अगर एक बार रेपुटेशन गोज डाउन तो इट इज वेरी हार्ड टू कम बैक. And just give quality content, make sure spam हो, वो कुछ completely मतलब करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, just give best content to everyone. And धीरे करके you'll see कि आपके inbox में hit के chances will be increased. And generally अब promotions पे जाएंगे, थोड़ा बहुत तो जाएंगे, no one can help it. अल्टीमेटली थोड़ा बहुत तो बाइफिकेट होता है, बट आर मेन मिशन है कि एटलीस्ट 50% इनबॉक्स पे लैंड कर गए, और 50% में भी लेट्स से उनमें से हाफ द लोगों ने भी खोल लिया, तो 25% लोगों ने खोल लिया, दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी सक्सेसफुल ओपन रेट जनरल इन आवर जनरल इंडस्ट्री.
Right, right. And you have said that keep BCC only thing, and I've seen a lot of many times. If I like if I admit that in starting I also used to do that. So
Hmm.
the thing is that then I shifted to a software. So I want
Hmm.
to ask you which software is the best email marketing software. Like, everyone is best. Like so, what's
Hmm.
which software you recommend to actually avoid that BCC wala thing, and that
Hmm.
is nominal fees, and the one can actually start from scratch from that
Right.
software.
So I started off from Mailchimp. So Mailchimp is free, at least for till 2000 subscribers. So it's like a really simple go-to thing. क्योंकि अब तो शुरू में I was of course शुरू में everyone is little hesitant to pay for the email list क्योंकि email तो बड़ी होती नहीं है. So I started off with Mailchimp and that is what generally I recommend. But Mailchimp के बाद make sure कि when you have about 1000 subscribers, so you should switch to a different email marketing tool. अब इसमें ईमेल मार्केटिंग टूल बहुत डिफरेंट टाइप्स के होते हैं एंड बहुत डिफरेंट फीचर्स भी होते हैं, तो यू हैव टू फिगर आउट कि आपके लिए कौन सा बेस्ट है. जनरल टर्म्स पर ए वेबर इज अ वेरी गुड वन. ए वेबर इज नॉट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, इट इज रिलेटिवली अ गुड provider. So overall, generally, Aweber fits perfectly for most of the people. But if you're an influencer, or maybe if you have a lifestyle kind of a business built around you only, so I will definitely recommend ConvertKit. So ConvertKit is the one I use, and उसका approach is a little different. Why? Because the way email में उसमें list बनती है, there are no lists, उसमें tags होते हैं, and taxes everything is much more efficient, and also you can use it a very close substitute to a CRM. So अगर हम करते हैं तो उसमें हमारे जो एटलीस्ट गोला स्कूल ऑफ फ्रांस में जो हमारे ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स उनमें टैग्स ऐसे लगे हुए हैं दैट इट्स मोर लाइक अ सीआरएम. तो जैसे ही टैग लगते हैं तो आई नो कि इस पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट ने इस पर्टिकुलर स्टेज ऑफ फनल पे आ गया है वो, एंड एट दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेज, तो एट दिस पर्टिकुलर टाइम, तो उससे आई नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज द कस्टमर जर्नी, हाउ इज ही गोइंग अराउंड, एंड मेरे लिए सीआरएम बन जाता है. तो कन्वर्ट इज लिटिल एक्सपेंसिव वन, बट आई थिंक ए वेबर इज ग्रेट, ConvertKit is great. उसके ऊपर जाना है तो you can go for active campaign, keep, वो those are a little expensive ones. But I think starting off Mailchimp, Aweber, ConvertKit, I think these three are the way to go.
Correct. And if you have a list of like 100, 200 people, you can start with Mailchimp, or you can use Sendinblue. Sendinblue is also an Indian company that is actually doing this email marketing stuff.
Hmm.
And when you go above 1,000, and totally recommend what you have said, totally that about Aweber and ConvertKit, because they are the two software that are used by some big copywriters and big people who are actually in lifestyle business and in online
Correct.
business.
Correct.
Correct. So this, before I end this interview, I want
Hmm.
to ask it's like a cliche question again, but it's
Hmm.
important for the people.
Hmm.
That when you start doing email marketing, you get a lot of insight from the people.
Right.
You run surveys, you ask questions to them. Now you have a lot
Hmm.
of data. So now, how the person and on like a me that who has just started can use
Hmm.
that data into an insight that can help him to generate more business.
Hmm. Right. So data metrics. Right. Before this, I want to tell you about the metrics in emails. So there are three general metrics in emails. So three metrics are, the first one is the conversion rate when you see the data of the emails. The second one is the open rate. Third one is the click through rate. So these three are important. Conversion rate means कि अगर आपने ऐसे एक आपकी वेबसाइट पे there's a small link कि click here to be a part of my email list. So that कितने लोग देखते हैं और कितने लोग क्लिक करते हैं और convert होते हैं, that is the conversion list. Second, open rate, अगर आप मेल भेज रहे हो तो कितने लोग खोल रहे हैं, open rate. Third is click through rate, कि click करके what is the uh, amount of people who are clicking the link. So clicking the link actually means the most engaging one. So आपको question था exactly how to look at your data and how to better yourself, or maybe give better uh, better service or better email marketing,
Correct.
better touch between the people. So
Correct.
इसके लिए I think perfect thing is to take service. जैसे कि what we do is there are 3-4 types of emails which you have to shoot. At least that is what we do. So the first one is story. So you share a story. You share a personal story or a story for someone, because As we've seen clearly, अगर आप story बता रहे हो, the engaging chances are so high clearly, because everyone wants a connection and everyone wants a story. And keep the story, don't make and never make up a story, make खुद just experience it and just write it there. जैसे कि हम लोग भी करते हैं, तो we experience something and we just put it on paper, just send it to everyone. तो उससे ही असली authentic thing आता है, and उससे you'll see many people coming in. Second होता है generally showing your uh, testimonials. So testimonials or work
Right.
कि exactly अगर I am doing this, so what is the impact I am making, कितना फर्क आ रहा है. And testimonial is also a very important thing, क्योंकि अगर testimonials होते हैं तो it shows a very uh, you can say uh, shows that you're actually making the difference, not just saying it. क्योंकि लिखने को तो कोई भी लिख लेगा ultimately ना.
Correct. Correct. Definitely.
Testimonials is also very important. Then the third one which we use is facts and information. जो भी facts we want to tell the other person. Anything about maybe any domain, maybe for example, let's say e-commerce में how to build websites. उसमें what are the facts, what are not. Generally, these are 3-4 things which we look at. And इसके through ही you'll have to figure out कि आपकी audience किस में ज़्यादा interested है. तो ओपन रेट्स के थ्रू, इसके थ्रू यू कैन ट्राई टू फिगर आउट एग्जैक्टली किसमें इंटरेस्टेड है, एंड उसी की तरफ यू कैन गो इनटू दैट ओनली.
Right, right. And you told about story. Story is something that actually create an emotional connection with the people or with the audience. And actually, when you were just started with your list, the people want to know you. Who are you, where you have come from, and why you have created this solution at this first place. So that
Correct.
is important, and this is a good thing that you have told the audience very in very deep analysis that testimonials, facts, and all these things, because people don't know. People just try to do that कि भाई email बना दिया है, अब इसमें मैं दो लाइनें लिख के इसको copy करके they send it, but they don't know how to convert the data into an insight. That is important thing, especially for the people as well,
Correct.
because if they don't know how to convert that data into insight, then all that information is a waste for them.
Right. And the best thing is to do is to live it yourself. Simple as that. कि you can't fake it. अगर आपको एक particular domain में you want to, maybe you are in that domain, so you have to be that domain. You have to be in that particular career. Then only you can feel the thing. Then only you can change that information into insight. Then only you can pass it to everyone.
Correct. And I think that due the value you have given today in this interview, especially if I'm a newbie, if I don't know about anything about email marketing, I would definitely jot down some points and just start off my list by today after listening to this interview. So thank you so much, Aditya, for this interview, especially for giving such good insights that can help the people and help my audience as well, and as well as the audience that will be listening to you as well. So before we wrap up, I want to ask where the people can find you or on LinkedIn and on other platforms.
So we are basically on Instagram. We are on YouTube. YouTube is our main platform. So our firm's name is Goela School of Finance. So we basically, our aim is to empower people that so that they can take care of their particular financial future. And we are in the particular domain of stock market. So we want to make sure that stock market is through how people can invest, how they can trade, and give them the proper guidance. जो at least हमें शुरू में we didn't get the proper guidance. So this is what we want to do. And Instagram, YouTube, यहाँ पे you can search Goela School of Finance. You'll find us.
Correct. And I will definitely give all the necessary links into description as well. And thank you so much again, once again, Aditya, for giving me this time. I hope that the questions were good and the answers were really good. No doubt, especially the value you have given to the audience. So it's spot on. And thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thank you so much, Harkirat. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and this one also.